ever do it, turn off fi recognize. When I can't tell them fi free up vibes.
First and foremost, free world boss. I'm your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation. Today we'll be explaining one of my all-time favorite Vybz Kartel songs, Gone Get Better, to the patois illiterate. This song was a Gaza fan request, and I have been meaning to do it for some time, but I will tell you, I must be upfront, it does make me weep every time I hear the song. The water fountains in my eyes get turned on, and it is just very emotional. Teacher, please begin.
Stick a bet, woman, if you left, let you say you come back again. You no remember the days when I one claim crackers we a eat and gone a we bed. Make a man with a Benz, get in your head, so you start give me attitude. And now your friend tell me no know if I true, but me know this you start move low.
Adi, the innocent, begins the first verse by saying to the woman, place a bet with me that if you leave, I guarantee you will come back to me. Because at this moment, she's probably very frustrated and furious, but she doesn't remember the days when they only had to split a box of cream crackers and then go straight to bed because the hunger pains were probably unbearable, and so they must sleep it off. And now that she's getting the attention from a car man, a man with a Benz, he's getting inside of her head and he's probably talking her up. So all of a sudden, now she's giving the boss of all bosses an attitude. He heard that this car man was accosting his girlfriend from her friend. He doesn't know if it's true or not, but he does notice that she's been acting strange lately.
Really woulda do me that? After me tell you say me love you, dad. Can't buy a Benz or a house for you, but me give you everything when me have. Really woulda do me that? After me tell you say me love you, dad. Can't buy a Benz or a house for you, but me give you everything when me have.
Mr. Palmer then says, he basically breaks out in just almost, it's just a beautiful singing voice. He's not just a DJ. He should have been an R&B singer. He says, you would really do this to me? After I've said the big three words, I love you? I understand that I cannot buy a vehicle for you or buy a house for you, but I do give you everything that I have, and I plan to give you everything I have in the future. And then he repeats it. It's very touching. It pulls at the heartstrings because this man loves her so much he wants to give her the world. But he is poor, and then some man who's never even struggled with her and barely knows her is, just because he has a vehicle, he is now taking the attention away from this man's love. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus. Gaza Nation, I know I'm probably guilty of this. If you go back to my old videos and check, I guarantee I've said it before, but I do believe that this is my favorite One Dog chorus. It just makes me cry every time. I do not know why. I believe that every man or woman has felt this love pain before, when you weren't wanted by the person you want so much. He begins the chorus by saying, You can't leave me now. God knows we will get better. You cannot leave me now. God knows things will get better. And then he says, he can't believe it. He says, you want to leave me for a money man. In Jamaica, they have many men, taxi men, car men, money men. There's a million different men. It's just slang. So this is a man with money. And he says, look at how far we've come from since we've been together. You cannot leave me now. I promise. Things will get better. You have to give me a chance. Stay with me. The money man is not going to do anything for you in the future because he just wants your poom poom.
What you mean? Talk to me now. When you say me never do nothing for you. Excuse you a look, and you know me no rich. From the very first day me see you. Me no boy, me a man. So me have pride. Don't feel say me a go cry. Every day can't be the same. No, so you two lies. Say you're there, you broke valley when you're there, you be a side.
The Exile, Pharaoh's second verse is absolutely gut-wrenching. It is so well put together. He stops. It's basically like he's painting a picture and he says, stop. What do you mean? Talk to me now. Don't just leave without saying anything. You said that I never do anything for you, right? That's the reason why she's leaving. It is just an excuse because she knows that when she met him from the very first day, she knew he wasn't rich, and now she has a money man in her ear telling her that she could have a much better life with him. I know what they do. And then he says that he's not a boy, he is a man. He has pride. So don't think that he's going to just sit here, fall on the ground, beg at your knees, and cry for you back. He is a man. He just is unfortunate. He doesn't have enough money to compete. We all know that money and stability are what women look for. And then he says every day can't be the same, which is a very famous world boss line. And he says you too lie on some days. And then he brings up a very specific time when he says that she told him she was in Brook Valley when she was really at Bayside. So they both have their problems. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus once again. Please do listen, as it is exquisite.
Look how far you come from. No, leave me now. God knows we must get better.
Gaza Nation, I am no singer by any means, but this hook moved me so much that I would like to recite it in my best impression of Vybz Kartel's voice. Hold on 1 second. Let me prepare. Hold on. No, you left me now. God know we must get better. No, you left me now. God know we must get better. You wanna leave me for your money, man. Look how far we you come from. God know you left me now. God know we must get better. Thank you in advance, Gaza Nation. I tried my best. Please tell me in the comments if I sound like World Boss, because in my head when I listen back in the headphones, I sound exactly like him.
Me nah looking at your phone, but me know something that in your phone more while. Me mind say, if you alone, but me heart say, love a rock more. Hey girl, Pagwa, come home, call me. Me have 7 cell phone.
In the third and final verse, the king of dancehall, he really just went off on this last verse. He says, no, I did not look in your phone. I did not violate that. But I do know that something is up in your phone. He probably saw her fidgeting or talking more than usual. And then he says, now he's having a conflict in his own mind. His mind is telling him to leave her alone, let her do what she pleases. But his heart is telling him to love her more. It's quite the conflict. So then he says, hey, woman, what is going on? Don't leave. Come back home. Just call me anytime you want. I have 7 cell phones, which basically means that he is on the go. He is hustling. He doesn't plan to be lazy and just sit down and let the sufferation continue. He's trying.
Turn up the headphone, man, reel from the cradle to the headstone. Will you be here? Me will be the comb. Picture perfect, me a wall a front row. If me so rich, baby, me don't know. But I one thing me know, me a go for that door.
The Gaza God then says, turn up the headphone. Really listen to me, woman. I'm going to say something real. I am real from the cradle to the grave. Do you understand that? I will never change my morals and values. And if you would be the hair, I would be the comb. We are inseparable. We are together. Picture perfect. We're in the front row of the movies. We're big time now. If I'm going to get rich in the future or in the near future, I do not know the answer to that question. I would not lie to you. That is the best part. But one thing that I do know is that I'm always hustling for paper. And if you read Vybz Kartel's book, Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto, you will understand that mantra. You must always hustle for the paper. Never let them defeat you.
Follow me, girl, or not at her show. Me can't buy you no Louis Vuitton. But me soon start chat till poor than you. I feel the beside me like before.
Oh, what a lesson the teacher leaves us off with. He says, to the woman, follow me or not. It's up to you. At this point in life, I cannot buy you Louis Vuitton. Though, but guess what? Soon I'm going to bust it wide open and I'm going to be on the Billboard charts making money, and I would like to have you beside me through this ride. The choice is yours, but I'm not going to beg, and it is quite funny how it became true. Vybz Kartel is giant now, Billboard legend, and sadly, with that last line, we have reached the end of another Vybz Kartel masterpiece. Please like this video, subscribe, share, hit the bell so you do not miss an episode, not for Caspian Montgomery, but for Deja Azim Palmer. He is an innocent man. Free Mad Sus, free Kyrie, free Sean Storm. They're all innocent. Gaza Nation, big up on yourselves. None of this would be possible without you. Please check out my last video. Lola Smiles. She shared it. She got a laugh out of it. She thought it was hilarious. She called me the Gaza Harry Potter, and I got quite the chuckle. Please check it out. Until next time, Gaza me say, forever.
Not gonna leave me now. God know we must get better. Not gonna leave me now. God know we must get better. You wanna left me for your money, man. Look how far I come from. Not gonna leave me now. God know we must get better.